Sweet friends, we just make a huge vegetable soup. I have gained some weight in the last couple of weeks, and so I thought I won't be a big chicken. So the one I got right here, I got a big one, and I've got my water getting hot over there. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to cut some of this fat off of it, or skin. I am going to seriously try to lose a little bit of weight this week. So I'm making me a giant vegetable soup, and I want to show you how I'm going to make it. I'm not cutting all the fat off, I mean the skin off, but I'm cutting some. It'll be fine. I know this makes it taste so good though, but I'm going to get a little bit of it off. I just want that good broth, and I've got a bunch of vegetables over here I'm going to put in it, and I'm going to eat on it. It cost me $20 today to buy the ingredients for my soup, okay? It cost me $20. And I know that I'm going to have a huge pot of it. So I'm excited about that, and I could eat on it several meals. And I probably, this morning for breakfast, I was trying to pour the hot sauce out on my egg, and I didn't realize the top was undone, and it got all over my egg. Well, I couldn't even eat all of it. It was so hot, you couldn't do it. Okay. I don't know why I cut that little wing off, because that's got broth on it. I'll stick it back in the soup. All right, so that's all I'm going to cut off. That's enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. And here he is. And this one right here is no chemicals, no hormones, no nothing. It's natural, in other words. It's farm raised. You people that's got a chicken house, y'all can cook that old rooster when you want to, can't you? Somebody said one time that they had a rooster, and it was the meanest rooster you had ever seen. Well, the daddy went out in the yard to do something. That rooster, he was going to get him. And my mama was scared of roosters. But anyway, I'm going to cut out a little bit of this breast. I'm going to have it for breakfast. I'm going to stir fry it real quick. Since I didn't get to eat my other, I'm just going to cut me out that much right there. That's going to be my breakfast. So, all right, so I'm going to go over here. I got me a big pot right over here. And I am going to put my whole chicken in it. Rinse him off real quick. And so, anyway, he decided that roaster wasn't going to get him anymore. And he just got his gun and went out there and shot him. And the mama, she cooked it that night for supper. Let me shake this extra juice off, because I fixed to walk across the kitchen. Woo! Real fast and put it in. All right, we got our chicken going. Now let's cut up some veggies. Okay, y'all, our chicken is doing good. Look at that. He's a-balling away, and I'm excited. Let me show you what we're going to put in our soup today. I tried to not get anything that was in a can, and I tried to get the things that were not so fattening, because I'm fixed to lose just a pound or two, and it won't take long if we eat right. And this soup that I'm making today, you can eat as much as you want to of it. It's going to be good for you, because that chicken broth is good for you. But we want to think good for us too. We don't want to just think, well, I mean calories, but we want to think, has it got good stuff in it? So here's what we're going to put. We're going to put a half of one of those big onions that y'all gave me. We're going to put one squash. We're going to put one bell pepper. I'm going to use this whole thing of garlic in it. The whole thing. I'm going to put one sweet potato in it. I'm going to put this many fresh green beans in it. I got to snap them. I'm going to put these tomatoes in it right here. I didn't even buy canned tomatoes. I bought these. They were the ones that were on that little vine thing. And I'm not going to put the peeling. I am going to peel these. And I'm going to put one cabbage in it. And then I am going to That's going to be our vegetables. And then I'm going to put some salt and pepper in it to taste. And I'll probably use a good little bit of the pepper. I did want to put okra in it today, but one bag of that okra was like $5. I thought, well, I'm not doing it. So I didn't put that in it, or I'm not going to. So, and I'm fixing to fry out this little chicken piece that I cut off of it for my breakfast, or part of my breakfast, because I couldn't eat my breakfast. I put too much hot sauce on it. I messed up, y'all. As my mom always said, Brenda, you messed up a 2-car funeral. All right, so let's cook this little chicken while we're waiting on our soup for lunch. Okay, now we're gonna fry this piece of a chicken breast I just cut off of there. And all I'm going to do is put just a little olive oil in it. That's good for you. Maybe 2 or 3 things of it. Here's our little piece of a breast. It's real thin. I'm gonna put pepper and salt. That's all I'm putting on it. Not much of that. And so then we're gonna fry it in this little thing, and I'm gonna fast fry it. See, because it's thin. I didn't cut off, but just to see how thin it is. I have been out this morning. I bought me some big lopping shears. I think that's what they're about this long, and they open up about this wide. I was gonna walk this morning to do my exercise, and I thought, I don't want to do that. I don't want to walk. I'd rather work. And so I got a real good workout up here at the top of my body, because I was cutting off low limbs off of trees. And as soon as I ate this little piece of chicken while my big chicken is boiling, I'm going to go out and cut back some of the limbs that are hanging over my driveway. They're azaleas, and I'm going to cut those back a little bit. So that's what I'm doing today. And I'll tell y'all how much weight I lost in 3 days. I'm going to lose it. I mean, you know, it's just a point of making myself do right. And I'm going to do right. We're going to have some fried chicken today. But it's in olive oil, and I didn't, you know, it's just plain. All right, so here we go. Okay. Let's fry it on one side, and we'll fry it on the other. Okay, y'all, let's turn our chicken over to the other side. And you got that side. Let's cook it on the other side, and I'll show you what we're going to dip it in. Okay, now we're going to make us some honey mustard. And on this mayonnaise, I'm only going to use a tablespoon because it's 90 calories just for that. The mustard we use as much as we want because it's hardly anything. It's 0 calories. So that's good for food. So let's use a tablespoon of mayonnaise and a tablespoon of mustard. And get it to come out. There we go. Stir that around. Then we're going to use some honey. About a tablespoon of that. Okay? Stir that around. I'm going to put a dash of salt, a dash of pepper, okay, just got a salsa. Check my chicken. It's done. Put it on my plate. All right, this is going to be my breakfast. I'm going to do a chicken. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put the whole thing on top of it like that. And after I eat this, I'm fixing to start, we're going to cut up our vegetables and get them in a bowl. And then we're going to let that chicken cook a little longer. Then we're going to put it in there, and that's what I'm going to have for lunch. But that's going to be my breakfast. And that's good for me. I don't know how much the chicken is, not much, but it's high protein, and that's important. And then I will eat that honey mustard. And it will be so good. I'll be back in a little while. We'll finish up our soup for lunch. That was good. Hey, y'all, let's work on our vegetables. Since everything is washed, I am just literally cutting up my beans. And I wanted to have the fresh ones. I took my chicken outside on the porch and I ate it out there. It was so nice. Felt so good. All right, so you can put anything you want to in your soup, but everything that I'm putting today is like hardly any calories, okay? And I can eat all I want of it. So there's our beans. And the reason I'm not putting any more beans than that is because it's just me, and I'm making me a vegetable soup. I'm going to cut this in fourths, long ways, like that. And then I'm just going to cut like this. So you can eat all the squash you want. You can eat all the beans you want. And you're going to be fine. But if you're having a problem with weight and you stay hungry all the time, my suggestion is soup, soup, and more soup. Because you can put whatever you want to in it that's healthy, that's not very fattening. So now we've got, and this adds up too. So when you get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I am going to put a whole half an onion in it though, because I need that for flavor and I need it for antioxidants and all that kind of stuff. This other stuff is more for vitamins. Okay, we've got a half an onion. I'm gonna put that in there. Of course, our chicken is, I got it on a slow boil, okay, because I want to get those bones really cooked good in there. This morning I had like that. I had that on, and I went outside to work. And even though I was working, and I was chilly because it was like really early in the morning. It had just turned daylight, and I was trying to get out there and get some things done before it actually got really bad hot. Okay. And I'm gonna put all my onions and everything in at the same time. I don't care how long they cook. The vegetable that's probably going to take the longest will be the beans. They take a good little while. And if the other stuff is cooked up too mushy, that's all right too. All right, here are our onions. If you have a, you may want to put in a whole onion if yours aren't as big as mine, but mine are huge. All right, I'm going to do this sweet potato. I'm going to cut it up and put it in there. Because it gives you some bulk, and they're real good for you. They've got high nutritional value, and it'll give really good flavor too to it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I only bought one sweet potato today. I know that woman thought I was nuts. I went through the line and I bought just one of these and one of that. I told her, I said, I'm making me a diet soup today because it's nutritional, but this helps me peel my sweet potato. I know you can put it in the oven and cook it and then do it. And I know you can boil it ahead of time and then do it, but I don't want to. I'm just going to do mine like this today. But thank you for your suggestion anyway. Come up here and let me talk to you a little bit. Let me see you up close and personal. It just works out easy to do them like that. I'm going to cut these up, though, in little tiny cubes so that I can get a mouthful in every bite. My favorite kind of soup, though, has all those summer vegetables in it. We just don't have any yet. Like butter beans and corn and okra. Oh, that makes it so good. And I love Brundricks too. When I was a little girl, we would have a family reunion, and they'd get out in the yard and cook a big old Brundrick stew. Everybody would bring them a container, so when the day was over, they would just take some home. Now here's how I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna take what I've got done right here and just cut me some little pieces here, so there'd be more in little squares. I'm not going to put a carrot in it. I'm not going to put an Irish potato in it because they turn to sugar. So does this sweet potato that has got sugar in it, but it's the most nutritional of the potatoes. So I've got to get nutrition in there also. See about little hunks like that. Look like cheese, doesn't it? We're gonna have a good soup. All right, let me finish cutting this a little bit, then we'll put the other stuff. Now let's cut our pepper, and y'all, you don't have to cut it any particular way on your pepper. Just cut it. You want some bigger slices like that. That'll be fine. But this has got nutritional value in it. So y'all, would you share this video today? There may be somebody out there in Facebook land that is struggling with their weight, but they stay hungry all the time. Well, this could settle that for sure. Because you won't feel guilty because you're eating healthy, but it's hardly any calories in it at all. And those people say that you hadn't got to count calories. Well, you eat a bunch of calorie food and see what it does to you. Let me just go ahead and tell you. It'll put some weight on you. I know, because I've done it before myself. Don't get in a tether now cutting up all this stuff, because there's nothing really to it. For cutting it up. The pepper's going to give it some good flavor. And you may have some spices up there in your spice rack that you'd like to use, or some really good, if you had some fresh herbs. I don't have any fresh herbs. I need to start me an herb bed, I guess. My daughter-in-law, Anna, she, when they moved into this new house, they got that lemon balm out there because I was out on the front and somebody before them had planted it. On the tomatoes, I'm just going to peel each one. And now I'm going to find that little tomato knife in just a minute and do it with that. I've washed all of them off real good. Let me find my little special knife. Okay, here it is. But you can't slide it through. There you go. Do y'all eat the peeling on your tomatoes when you're doing a tomato sandwich? I do. I eat the whole thing. This little knife is more you gotta kind of saw it, which I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to just cutting through something. All right, so here's how I'm gonna do all these tomatoes. I'm just going to peel them and then cut them in half and then cut that little hard part right there that usually has a little hard part in it out. Like where the little stem was. And then I'm just going to cut it up any old kind of way. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You want it kind of sort of small. And then we're going to put it in our soup and give a good tomato flavor to it. Now remember, if you put ketchup in your soup, you see how it's looking right so far? If you put ketchup in your soup, it's got sugar in it. Now you read on the label and you'll see it. All right, look at that. I can eat it like this, couldn't y'all? Okay, y'all, I put that whole thing of garlic in there, that whole thing. I cut all of them up. There they are. It had 5 or 6 of those little those garlic things in it. Got them cut up. They didn't take too long. All right, here's our last vegetable, cabbage. It's very important. You got to put the cabbage in it. You got to put it in there. Now, since we've got so many vegetables, I don't need a whole head of cabbage in this soup. But I do need it for flavor, and I need it for nutrition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut kind of sort of half of it, okay? I'm not going to cut through the core. I'm just going to cut this side off of it like this. Like that. Ah! I got to wash my cabbage. Give me a minute. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. That thing jumped off of there, didn't it? Hey, did y'all need a little excitement this morning? There we go. So, here's how much cabbage I'm going to put in it. Just that much. It's like I didn't cut the core part. I just cut off that much. But you can put how much ever you want in yours. Cut it real thin. It makes like a thickening in that soup. Makes you think you got something else in it. All right, so you just want to cut little thin slivers like this. And that's going to be plenty in there. And we're going to put that in there in our soup. So you can see that, you know, cabbage has almost 0 calories. I mean, it's hardly nothing. And the onion, I mean, everything we put in it today, y'all. So don't feel guilty if you eat a big old bowl of this stuff. Don't feel guilty because it's good for you. We're putting good ingredients in. And we are going to make us the soup. And this chicken over here is getting so tender. We're almost ready to take it out of the pot and all and get it ready. I'll finish cutting this up in a minute. But see how little I've got it. Look. Like that. And we're going to put it in here. And I'll cut up the rest. My video is going to be too long. I've noticed I have a little thing that tells me how long y'all watch. Y'all got some short attention spans. So anyway, here are the vegetables that we're going to be eating for the next all day today and for lunch and supper and tomorrow. A lot. That is a lot. But it's free. In other words, there's hardly anything in here. Well, I can't think of anything that's high in calories. Can you? It's not squash or tomatoes or beans or peppers. It's not cabbage. All right, y'all, I have changed my pot, or fixing to, because this pot is too little to put all of what we got to put in it. So the chicken is done. And how do I know? Because it's falling off the bone, and that's what you want. Now, if you could eat the fat that I pulled off, then you need to eat it. But I decided today I just didn't want to. All right, so I'm going to just take this out and see how it's falling apart. And I'm going to put it in a bowl. And we'll debone it later. Oops. It's falling apart. Now you can take this if you want to and just use your broth and make chicken salad out of that other part. But I'm going to put some of it back in. I'm going to put the dark meat back in, okay? There was a heart. I put the heart and gizzard and all that in there too. Okay, now here we go. Here is our chicken, like this, and we're going to let it cool. And I am going to change my pots, so y'all just give me a second here. I'm going to put it in this pot right here. Because that other one was way too little. I don't know what I was thinking. we're going to use this big pot. Not that it'll be close to being full, because it won't, but at least we'll have room to stir. We're going to put this broth in it. Okay, now then, we're going to put, whew, that looks good. We're going to put all of our vegetables in. And we are going to let her cook. I am going to add some salt. I forgot to do that. A little salt. A little pepper. And any other kind of spices you want to put in there. I love a little paprika in mine, so let me do that. I don't know what it is about it, but it gives it a good little smoky flavor. Okay. I'm going to let that cook a while, and then we'll see if we need to add more salt or pepper or whatever. But y'all, you can eat all this that you want. Just enjoy your soup. All right. This doesn't come, let me tell you. It doesn't come to about right there. It's where it comes to. But I couldn't even stir it in that other pot. And I hadn't got my chicken back in it either. So I'm going to put that in after a while. Oh, goodness. There's a string bean or something. All right, so here's my top, but it won't fit on here. But I've got another top that I'm going to put on it. Because I want a lot of liquid in here, the juice. Because that's what's going to be really some flavor in there. It's going to fill you up. And then you got all your vegetables in it. It's going to be good for you, y'all. Okay, y'all, my chicken is cooling. And so now what I'm doing is deboning it. And I've got 3 piles over here. I got this pile right here. Bones over there to throw away. Put my meat in here. And if I have a gristle, I'm putting it right here for Hannah's dog, Bambi. She likes gristles. Now, when you say gristle, that means this part right here. That's a gristle. See that gristle sticking up there? But the meat is on it that I'm going to eat. And so I'm just deboning right now. That's what I'm doing. That's a bone right there, so she can't have that, but she can have all this gristle that's on it. All that little bitty stuff right there, she can have all of that. And she loves it. Put the bone over there, so I'd keep it on. Okay, y'all, it's finished, and I want you to see this. I mean, the chicken part. Here is all the meat we got. We got a nice clump of meat. Here is the gristles for the dog or the cat, whatever you happen to have. And there's the bone right there that we're going to throw away. Right there. So we've got a big pan here of meat. A big pan. So I'm going to take this off and pour all this good meat in with our vegetables. I'm going to give it a stir. And I'm going to add a little bit more water. See how thick that is? And I want a lot of broth in mine. And then when it gets ready, we will fix us a bowl. See, it just won't be too long. It's right now, it is 11 o'clock, maybe about 12ish we'll eat, okay? Hey, y'all, I forgot to show you the soup at lunch. And I ate a big bowl, bigger than what I'm eating tonight. And I've got, here it is. Let me turn on this other light, see if that'll help a little bit. Does that help some? Now then, yeah, it does. And here it is. I ate it for lunch, and now I'm going to eat it for supper. And I've had a long day, y'all. I am telling you. The soup turned out really good, but I wish I had put more spices in it. I like spicy soup. Do y'all? And I wanted a lot of broth, and I've got it. The chicken was very tender and very good. And I just heated this up in the microwave. I added a little bit more salt when I put it in the bowl. And this tastes better than it did at lunch. Maybe it's had time to marinate. Anyway, I've had a great day. I went out there and pulled vines out of trees. It's called Smilix. It's a type of vine that grows in Alabama, and it grows straight up in the tree and does round. It's got big, beautiful green leaves on it, but they don't need to be in every tree in my yard. Lots of people use Smilix as Christmas decorations. They use them a lot in weddings because it's this long vine, so you've got this instant long thing you can put on fences and all this kind of stuff. They go cut them out of the woods. But I'm going to burn mine. Mine's going in the burn pile. But I worked a lot on that today. I got me some new clippers, and so I clipped the bottom limbs on trees, and I just came in the house, and it is 15 minutes till 7 o'clock at night. So I wanted to, what I stayed out there so long doing a while ago was I was watering my grass that I sprigged. I've been having to water it every day, just a little bit, because I don't want it to die after all that work that I put in it. And here's the thing. It was supposed to rain Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And here it is. Tomorrow is Friday. Today's Thursday. And I've seen no rain. And I also planted a bunch of flower seeds. And so I'm having to water those in. Because I don't want to do all that work and then not have something to show for it. Do you? Do you ever have those days when you seem like you worked all day and you had got nothing done? Well, I got something done today, a lot. So anyway, my soup turned out good, and this is helping me to lose just a few pounds. I don't need to lose a whole bunch, but I just didn't want to. I try to keep I've got some jeans back there that are some brown corduroy jeans. And I've had them for, oh my gosh, 20 or 30 years. They're old. I don't know how old they are. They're old. And if I put on those jeans and they're tight and I can't get them hooked at the belt, then I know that I need to lose a pound or two. And so that's what I do. Instead of having scales to weigh on, I just keep those jeans back there, and I've had them for so long. If I can get in those jeans, then I'm doing good. And right now, they're a little bit on the tight side. So I'm going to eat this soup for a day or two because it's healthy and it's not fattening. I'm not going to eat any crackers with it or anything like that. But, and I'll get down where I can get my jeans to fit again. Y'all have a great day. Make some of this diet soup. Love y'all. Bye-bye.